Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
The top short drama stars officially announced their breakup. Miemie and Yu Long joined the crew separately, but the sweetness soared. Recently, the highly anticipated short drama golden partners Miemie and Yu Long were exposed to join the crew separately. One appeared in Qingdao shipyard to shoot a new play, and the other went to Hangdian to start work on a new crew. However, although the screen couple broke up on the surface, their actual interaction was upgraded to sweetness, which aroused heated discussions among netizens. Although the two were in different places, they tacitly relayed on Weibo to hide the clues of the play within the play, like a modern fable of sending love across the air. Not only that, fans also found that they frequently liked each other's dynamics, and even cleverly responded to each other's recent situation in interviews. Non-contact care has become a new type of intimate relationship model sought after by netizens. In the entertainment industry where traffic is paramount, the breakup of cooperative partners is often interpreted as emotional breakdown or going their separate ways. However, Miemie and Yu Long have escaped from the traditional binary narrative of binding and unbinding. With their own development paths, they have built a symbiotic relationship with intertwined roots and stretched branches and leaves, interpreting the rational intimacy of unbinding but not connecting in the contemporary industrial saccharine era. Their choice not only broadens the audience's imagination of screen CP, but also provides a new commercial cooperation template for the short drama industry. While the whole nation is paying attention to how to break up, they have already quietly walked out a sweet but not greasy way to break the circle. Who says that breaking up means saying goodbye? They may be using another way to continue to move forward side by side. Are you more looking forward to Miemie and Yu Long's reunion in the same frame or each of them is wonderful? Under the spotlight of the Hangdian film studio, when Miemie was reading the lines with the 3-pound Tang Dynasty hair ornament on her head, there was no longer a figure next to the monitor ready to hand over a thermos cup. This pair of partners, known as the Mr. and Mrs. Smith in the short drama world, have worked together on 12 sweet dramas and created 2.37 billion views. For the first time, they have separately joined the main drama crew. However, the stage clerk Lolly found that the volume of the dining car's insulated box had expanded 3 times compared to the past. This was not a meal delivery, but clearly a mobile granary. Someone secretly opened it and found that on one side were Qingdao high-style crab roe soup dumplings and milk-flavored corn cakes, and on the other side were Hangdian customized black sesame glutinous rice balls, which looked like a double city set meal that had been carefully matched. No one said who sent it, but the staff smiled tacitly. That was the tacit understanding between them Ellen, not to disturb, but never to leave. At the same time, in the daily life of the crew hidden in the Weibo account, silhouettes of the backs of the suspected partners appear from time to time. Netizens can solve the case with a thermos cup, a keychain, and a familiar tone, and they sighed in the comment area. This is not a breakup, this is a distance of sugar. At a time when the CP model of domestic entertainment is becoming more and more formulaic, Miemie and Yu Long broke the routine by dividing the line but not the heart. Their relationship is not maintained by labels, but connected by details and resonance. Without joint business, they create real emotional tension beyond the script. True intimacy may be like this even if they are no longer in the same frame. They are still the ones who understand each other the most. Performance art in the era of excessive saccharine when 85% of the business CPs in domestic entertainment are out of date after unbinding. Fish farming CP goes the other way and plays sweetness in new ways after parting ways. Without high-profile hype or joint business, Yu Long and Miemie seem to be conducting a desaccharification performance art experiment, sparking a discussion about secret intimacy in this entertainment industry full of industrial formulas. Yu Long dressed up as a shipbuilder in Qingdao shipyard, his gestures rough and real. Miemie practiced the court kneeling ceremony in Hangdian, her eyebrows full of style and awe. Although the two are in different world lines, they are magically synchronized on Weibo. The day he posted a ship model, she happened to reveal the process of making headwear. When she posted a close-up of the script, he was showing a pair of calloused palms. It was like a tacit high-five that was rehearsed in advance, but it was so coincidental that it made people doubt the arrangement of fate. Netizens joked, "This is not unbundling at all, it's just changing the channel to continue the broadcast." Some fans even joked, saccharine fever has subsided, and they have entered the real bittersweet low sugar era. This screen couple, who once became popular by high-frequency sugar spreading, now chooses to build intimacy with silence and details, allowing people to see another dimension of emotion. In today's world of traffic kidnapping and hot search formulas, Yu Long and Yang Miemie may not be reducing fever, but redefining. When sugar overload becomes aesthetic fatigue, what is really addictive is the emotion of knowing how to leave blank space. This non-contact care made the B-Station scissors hands collectively climax. Someone used Yu Long's new drama coarse cloth work clothes to mix and cut Yang Miemie's tang suit style, and with the melody of 100 years of solitude, they actually cut out a sense of fate and past and present lives. In the cold tones, a ship lamp and a touch of palace goss silently tell the feelings of reunion after a lifetime, and so the two crews that were originally unrelated into a new romantic narrative by cutting everything. What is even more impressive is the god-level tacit understanding between the two studios. The promotion period never overlaps, but the preview materials always leave gaps for ducking. For example, the continuation of a look, the echo of a prop, and even the accompanying text contains puns. Netizens joked, "This is not a separate business at all, but a cross-universe collaboration." The words of performance director Chen Mo are particularly thorough. A good actor should be like two trees next to each other, with roots entangled underground and branches and leaves stretched out on the ground. This sentence is particularly appropriate for Yang Miemie. When filming the 7-minute monologue of Phoenix Nest Wu, Yang Miemie braved the 38-degree high temperature in Hangdian, wearing a 5-layer skirt, and repeatedly rehearsed emotional fluctuations, from shock, anger to depression, relief, and then smiles and tears. She practiced the 5 emotions into muscle memory. The director behind the monitor was silent for a long time after watching the video, and then he sighed in a low voice, "Why didn't I realize that she could endure such hardships before?" This is not a simple transformation, but an actor's transformation from a saccharine drama heroine to a powerful actor. In this process, Yu Long's absence just highlights that her growth path is no longer dependent on anyone's light, but has its own light. Yu Long's transformation is even more unrecognizable. In the period drama, he tanned himself into a bronze color, and the stains under his fingernails were so realistic that the audience thought it was a special effect. In a scene where he swung a hammer to forge iron, he really learned from an old craftsman for 3 weeks, and now he can swing a 12-pound hammer with one hand. How can he still be the boss who can only do wall banging in the sweet pet drama? The commercial template of a new intimate relationship fan circle culture researcher at found an anti-common sense phenomenon. CP fans not only did not leave, but began to spontaneously engage in secondary creation odyssey. Some people made the two people's works over the years into a parallel universe timeline, and some people used AI technology to generate virtual joint stills. The most amazing thing is that a certain fan sister actually designed a whole set of love across the ages themed wedding plans based on the costumes and props of their new drama. This trend of co-creation by the whole people has made advertisers smell new business opportunities. A jewelry brand signed 2 people as spokespersons at the same time, and the shot of looking at each other across the air in the commercial film captured the artistic conception of across the water, affectionate but unable to speak. Compared with the past direct suites, this kind of interaction with blank space has increased the conversion rate by 217%. The survival rules outside of industrial saccharine. The script supervisor's I.O. Joe has a touching picture saved in his mobile phone. Yang Miemie stayed in the dressing room after work to rehearse scenes via video, holding the script and dancing with her hands without removing her wig. Yu Long wrapped in a military coat on the Qingdao set, breathing white air while acting with her. The assistant director behind the monitor was amused. "This doesn't look like separate filming, it's clearly a long-distance relationship teaching scene." Perhaps it really fits Romain Rolland's words, "The so-called happiness lies in recognizing a person's limits and being content with these limits." When the entire domestic entertainment industry was studying their breakup operation, this pair of partners had already jumped out of the black and white binding mode. Just like the brown paper bag that the crew found on the stone steps on the day Yang Miemie finished filming, a copy of an actor's self-cultivation was pressed under the throat lozenges. The words on the title page, "You are 3 points more dazzling than yesterday," are more true than any official announcement copy.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.